Okay, let's get into it. We're looking at what seems like just one small part of a system. But this single component, it can really make or break these massive AV installations. We're talking 9 by 9, 18 by 18, even huge 36 by 36 matrix switchers. So today we're doing a deep dive into the WolfPack 4K60 HDMI Input Card.
Welcome to the deep dive. And you're right, our mission here is to look past the product page. We want to understand the actual strategic choice you're making when you build a system around this. Because this one slide-in card, it basically sets the performance ceiling for your entire setup.
And that ceiling is, it's pretty high looking at the specs. It's 4K 64.4.4, it's HDMI 2.0, and it handles the full 18 GBps of bandwidth. But the thing that jumped out at me was the 600 megahertz TMDS clock frequency. That sounds really technical, but why does that specific number matter so much?
Because it's your built-in future-proofing. It really is. A lot of the older 4K gear, it topped out around 340 megahertz. Hitting that 600 megahertz clock speed confirms the card isn't just like barely meeting the standard. It means the signal path is solid enough to deliver all those premium features, consistently. That's the detail that makes sure you get things like HDR10, Dolby Vision, and even 7.1 Atmos audio without any glitches.
So the specs are really the ticket to the high-end content you get from, say, an Apple TV 4K or a new gaming console.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's talk about the physical design. This is a $250 single-port slide-in card. For system builders, isn't modularity sometimes just a trap to lock you into their parts?
That's a fair question, but this is where reliability really becomes the selling point. I mean, think about it. You have a massive 36 by 36 matrix. In a normal monolithic design, if one port goes bad, what do? The whole thing, this giant heavy chassis, has to be sent back.
Right, the whole system is down.
The whole system is down. Here, you just swap the one bad card. The savings in downtime alone they're huge.
So the company is really banking on that reliability.
Oh, absolutely. And they back it with a 2-year advanced replace warranty. And to make sure it doesn't fail, each card goes through this 6-step quality check, which includes a full 24-hour aging process. They literally make the card run test patterns for a whole day before it ever leaves the factory.
That is reassuring. So beyond just replacing a broken part, what else does this design allow for? I'm seeing this little 3.5 millimeter connector for stereo audio. What's that about?
That little port is all about flexibility. When you pair this input card with the right output card, you can actually pull that stereo audio signal out. You can de-embed it and send it to a completely separate, high-end audio amplifier.
So you can have your video on the main display, but have a separate, better audio system for a specific zone.
Precisely. And on the video side, the card does all the necessary housekeeping. It manages the HTTP 2.2 encryption, the ED handshake between the source and the display, all that background stuff.
And speaking of management, the control options look massive. You've got everything from the simple buttons on the front to a free web DUI, and then full drivers for all the big automation systems, Control4, Crestron, you name it.
Yeah, you need that level of control for these big jobs. And this is the critical part that the source materials really stress. There is a huge non-negotiable warning.
Okay.
You cannot mix this 4K60 card with older 1080p base cards, no SDI, no VGA, no DVI in the same chassis. If you use this card, your entire system must be a pure 4K60 ecosystem, no exceptions.
Wow. Okay, so that's a major commitment. So to sum it up for everyone listening, this WolfPack card is an investment in speed, you get those premium features, and in long-term system resilience.
It is. And if we connect that to the bigger picture, the final thought for you to consider is this. You're not just buying an input card. You're making a fundamental decision about your system's entire philosophy. Given that strict 4K only requirement, you have to ask yourself, am I ready to upgrade everything? The moment you slide this card in, you're no longer bridging the old with the new. You're committing fully to a 4K only future.